Okay, let's go.
Hello, ladies and gents, and we are back again with playing HeartStop Tour. Um, and this time I'm gonna try doing this guy's route. I honestly don't remember his name, but last time when I met him, I said no, I wasn't the tour guide, and then honestly I never saw him again. So I'm assuming you have to say yes by saying you're the tour guide, and then I bet you, and then I think that gives, then that probably means we'll be interacting with him more. And then in our last video, which was Riku. So anyway, let's go. So I am curious what this. I am kind of curious what his playthrough is going to be like. This dude. Okay. Behind me stands a man, tall, weirdly glowing in the harsh station lighting. He looks like a rich man trying to cosplay as a backpacker. There's expensive looking camera slung around his neck and a rolling suitcase by his side, barely touching the floor. He looks relieved to see me. I feel immediate danger. Sorry to bother you. Are you the tour guide? Silence. I blink. He smiles all teeth and sincerity, like a golden retriever with a platinum Amex card. And because my day is already ruined, because my ID badge says city promotions, guest services from a job I technically still have until they revoke the building pass, and because I am very unemployed now. Okay, you a tour guide? You know what? I'll say yes. Okay. The word hangs in the air, soft and dangerous. Yes. The man beams like I just handed him a winning lottery ticket. The kind of smile that could be weaponized in a romance drama. He immediately crouches beside me, getting his suitcase upright like we're old travel buddies on a break. I stare at him, already mentally rewriting my entire moral code. Oh, thank God. I thought I messed up the meeting point. I've been wandering around for like 40 minutes. I was 2 seconds away from crying into my map app. He pulls out his phone and shows me a vaguely official looking receipt. Some freelance booking app. The listing title reads Intimate Local Walking Tour, Hidden Gems of the City. The company's name is just Urban Vibes Experience. I don't even know what that means. You're not going to believe how many people I asked before you. Everyone just walked away or glared. One old man even threw a fish cake at me. Poor dude. Honestly, you might have deserved that. I probably did. I don't even know how to ask for directions in this language. I learned how to say toilet and help. That's about it. Useful combo. You'd be surprised how often they go together. He laughs. It's way too charming. My conscience poked at me loudly before it can ruin my life further. He extends a hand toward me. I'm Julian, by the way, from France. Oh, France! First time here, possibly about to die of excitement and or heat stroke. Yep. I hesitate, then shake his hand. Come on. There we go. Okay, there's my name. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark. I love that. Sounds cool. Mysterious, like someone who's seen things. Traveling is fun. I have eyes. The world outside is cruel. Traveling is fun? You're already better than any guide I could have asked for. He says it with the same blinding sincerity. Like he genuinely believes it. Like I haven't been faking this job for exactly 1 minute and 32 seconds. How many days are you staying here again? He tilts his head like he didn't know himself. He mumbles under his breath. Million? Huh? What did you say? I mean, 4 days. Julian leans back, sipping from a water bottle shaped like a bear. So, where are we headed to first? I pause. Because I don't have a plan, because I was supposed to go home, eat expired pudding, cry into the shower today. But now there's a tourist with trust issues and too much money looking at me like I'm a keeper of ancient city wisdom. I hesitate, acutely aware of my wrinkled suit and the way my old company ID still dangles from my neck like a noose. The shopping district is the obvious answer. It's close, crowded enough to blend in, and most importantly, air conditioned. But the thought of weaving through tourists under sweltering sun makes me already damp collar feel tighter. Shopping district. Go home and give up. I guess shopping district? Julian perks up before I even finish. Oh, shit! I clicked it too fast. Oh well. Shopping district? Blech. Shopping? Perfect. I need souvenirs. Like a concerning amount of souvenirs. He gestures to his suitcase, which now that I look closer is suspiciously big for someone just here for a 4-day visit. You packed all that? Oh no, they're not all full. This one's just for emergency purchases. Emergency purchases? Purchases. Ugh, get up. Like, what if I see a really cool hat? Or a ceramic frog? Or what if there's a limited edition Comfort Kuma clap item? My soul leaves my body. You did not just say that. I did. I stand by it. Bear is a cultural icon. Get on the train then. Aye aye, sir. Aye aye, sir. Okay. The shopping district is a mess of neon signs, overpriced. I'm not gonna try talking. Okay, and street vendors aggressively waving fans at fans at passersby. Julian walks like a man who's never encountered personal space, weaving through the crowd with the grace of a golden retriever in a china shop. So, what's the strategy here? Do we go left, right, straight into the store that smells like caramel? You're the one who wanted souvenirs. Yeah, but you're the expert. I am, in fact, not an expert. But Julian looks at me like I hold the secrets of the universe, so I point at the closest thing that won't immediately bankrupt him. A cramped little shop with shelves overflowing with trinkets. They're cheap, chaotic, and they definitely sell frog ceramics. Julian makes a noise of pure delight and beelines for it. Inside, he picks up every third item he sees, holding them up for my approval like I'm his personal shopping consultant. He holds out a tiny cat statue up. Thoughts? It's ugly. Sold! He adds, it's ugly. So, he still gets it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already liking Julian. He adds it to his growing pile. A minute later, he shoves a keychain in my face, a pink blob that might be Comfort Kuma after a tragic laundry accident. Look, it's your emotional support bear. How did you know? It's plastered all over your bag. He grinned and waved the pink blob more erratically. That's not even the right shape. It's abstract art. It's a crime. He buys it anyways. By the time we leave, Julian's emergency suitcase is significantly heavier. It's significantly heavier. And he's wearing a new hat, a wide brimmed straw thing that makes him look like a vacationing aristocrat. He proudly adjusts his hat in front of me. How do I look? Like you're about to get scammed. Fantastic. He grins, completely unbothered, and I realize with horror that I'm getting used to him. It kinda suits you. You're ridiculous. You're gonna regret that hat when the wind picks up. You know what? It kinda suits you, dude. Even though you're not actually wearing it. You know what? We'll just pretend he has a hat on his head. Yeah, maybe I'll keep it then. The sun dips lower, casting the street in gold, and for the first time today, I don't feel like a failed office drone. I feel like a tour guide. A fake one, but still. The shopping district comes with a late afternoon energy. Street performers, clattering drums, a sizzle of takoyaki stalls, and the occasional thunk of a vending machine dispensing drinks. Julian stops dead in his tracks in front of a gachapon machine. Oh, oh no. Inside the machines are rows of okay. Inside the machines are rows of tiny pastel-colored capsules, each promising a mystery figurine. A sign tapped to the glass reads limited edition Comfort Kuma collect all 6. No way. Don't. It was useless. He's already digging his pockets for coins. I have to. It's a scam. You'll get 6 of the same ugly one. That's a risk I'm willing to take. He solemnly, he solemnly inserts the money. The machine whirs, a capsule drops. Julian cracks it open like it's a sacred artifact. Inside is a microscopic comfort Kuma dressed as a shrimp. Magnificent. That's the worst one. That's why it's perfect. He immediately feeds the machine again. Oh, great. He's gonna keep doing it and doing it. Oh, I remember doing. I you see these in like arcade places. I mean, I've done like a small one before, and I got like a squishy, or those like those squishy uh, like a squishy basically, and I won too. But it was like a small, teeny little crane type thing. But anyway, anyway, back to the game. Okay, he immediately feeds the machine again. By the 5th attempt, Julian has required Shrimp Kuma again. Shrimp Kuma Y, a slightly different Shrimp Kuma with a hat. A normal Kuma, but missing an ear. I think the universe is telling me something. To stop. To open a shrimp restaurant. He looks so genuinely contemplative that I almost believe him. You are hopeless. I'm confiscating your coins. Let's get food before you Yeah, you know what? Let's get food before you bankrupt yourself. You're a genius. I'm starving. Lead the way, oh wise guide. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking Julian's playthrough. Guys! It's the Kuma Cat! Okay, anyway. The cap isn't just wood paneled, it's a shrink to comfort Kuma. Pink plushies line every shelf, Kuma shaped mugs dangled from hooks behind the counter, even the sugar packets have tiny bear faces printed on them, judging you with their blank, beady eyes. A life-size Kuma statue stands guard by the door, one paw outstretched like it's about to bless your poor life choices. Behind the counter, June, a man in his late 20s with the energy of a deflating balloon, wipes down an espresso machine with the enthusiasm of someone contemplating arson. His apron reads, I love Kuma, joking, in peeling letters. Oh, it's you. Missed me? Like a toothache. Julian, meanwhile, looks like he's just stepped into heaven. This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. He sits in one of the chairs in the corner, ushering me to come along. This is the life. No schedules, no meeting, just vibes. I've known you for only a day, but I wonder if you've ever worked a day in your life. Hey, I've worked. I interned at my dad's company for like a week. It was terrible. Everyone kept calling me sir, and I had to wear loafers. He shudders. I sip my coffee. Leaning in, he looks at me curiously. What about you? How long have you been a tour guide? Oh, shit. Here comes. I mean, I could say today is my first day. I could say I'm like, it's my first time this is my first actual, I don't know. Shit, I don't know what to say. I guess I said, you know what, I'll just say it out loud. He nods. You're a natural. He doesn't press further, just stirs his iced coffee with a straw. So, what was the old job? So crushing, I'd rather not talk about it. It was so crushing. He raised his cup. To freedom, then. Wait, I think the cat owner guy is calling me. He leaves the table. Julian returns to the table, cradling a limited edition parfait, parfait? Like it's the holy grail. It has 2 mini umbrellas. This is the peak of human innovation. That'll be 1,800. Worth it. As he digs in, June settles up to you, arms crossed. So, you quit your job over some bare minutes daily, and now you're babysitting a rich idiot? It's a tour guide gig. You're not a tour guide. I am today. June stares at you, then at Julian, who's now attempting to balance spoon on his nose. You're both hopeless. He leaves, a beat of silence then. Okay, but real question. If you could be anything right now, no limits, what would it be? Honestly, a nap. Something that doesn't involve customer service. I don't know. Maybe traveling? You know what? You know what? I'll go, I don't know, maybe traveling. His eyes light up. Yeah? Where to? Anywhere, just away. Julian looks at me like I've just handed him a puzzle piece he's been missing. Me too. For a second, the calf noise fades, then he leans back, grinning again. Well, if you ever need a partner in crime for impulsive life decisions, I'll keep you in mind. He smiles, and for once it's not blinding, just warm. I was quite charmed until I realized he's poking at the whipped cream on his drink with childlike fascination. Completely absorbed in trying to balance a sugar packet on top of it, it topples. He gasps like it's a personal betrayal. This is rigged. It's physics. No, I had it. The sugar packet slides off. He groans, slumping dramatically against the table. My greatest defeat. I steal the packet before he can attempt a third time. He pouts. How are you this easily entertained? Oh, this is nothing. Once I spent 3 hours trying to teach myself to flip a pancake in the air. 3 hours later, my kitchen looked like a battlefield. Did you succeed? No, but I invented pancakes too. I choke on my coffee. You're a menace. I need photographic evidence. That's actually impressive in a tragic way. Sorry, I got a cough. Also, take a drink break. Okay, I'm back. Okay, you are a menace. Thank you. He leans in, suddenly serious. Okay, real talk. Do you think pigeons know they're pigeons? What? Like, do they look at themselves and go, ah, yes, I'm a pigeon? Or do they just vibe and assume they're, like, weirdly spot chickens? Where does this topic come from? It's funny. Roll my eyes, but wait, where are you staying? Julian freezes mid-sit. Ah! He pulls out his phone, swipes to a booking confirmation, and slides it across the table. I squint at the screen. Luxury sky view suite. This address is in the middle of a parking lot. Yes, I learned this after I paid. How much? He suddenly whispers. Do not make me say it. Julian. He covers his face in shame. Enough that I could have bought the actual sky. I stare. He peeks through his fingers. So hypothetically, if a very cool, very charming guy needed a place to crash for like one night, no. I'll sleep on the floor. I'll cook. You don't look like you can cook. I can attempt to cook. It's a thought that counts. Absolutely not. One night. Fine, but I get shrimp bears as payment. Deal, but only the sorry. Deal, but only the duplicate shrimp bears. He exhales, slumping in relief. Thank you, seriously, I owe you. You owe me silence on the walk home. Done. June glances up, sees us, his eye twitches. No, you're still here. Yes! June exhales through his nose, long suffering, before he turns back to the machine. How are you still here? Should we leave? I I guess we could leave. Okay. Julian lasts approximately 12 seconds before pointing at his street vendor and whispering, Is that Machi, the size of a toddler? The sun dips low, painting the streets in warm glow as Julian and I leave the cab. The air smells like street food and fading summer, the kind of evening that makes even the cracked pavement look poetic. Julian walks just a little too close, his sleeves brushing mine as he points at every little thing, like it's the most fascinating discovery of his life. Oh, look at that! I follow his gaze to a tiny, wrinkling dog wearing a sweater. It's a dog. He looks delighted. It's fashionable. He pulls out his camera. When do you even have time to grab it? He crouches down, snapping a photo before the dog's owner whisks it away. Perfect. I catch a glimpse, not just the dog, it's the moment, the golden light, the stray The stray leaves caught mid-fall, the blur of the city behind it. You're weirdly good at that. I have many hidden talents. His knee is now definitely covered in sidewalk dust. I don't mention it. Show me another one. I doubt that. Name 3. Show me another one. Alright, watch this. He stands just into my space and plucks a leaf from my hand. One I didn't even know was there. I blinked, stunned by the nearness, the ease in his voice. How long had that been there? And more importantly, how long had he noticed? My scalp tingles where his fingers brush past, and I try not to imagine what I must look like, sitting here like a fool with autumn stuck in my hair. But there's a strange kind of softness in his eyes, like he doesn't mind. Ta-da! No. Okay, my apartment is, well, lived in. A little messy, very me. Julian steps inside like he's entering a museum, eyes wide. Wow, it's so... His eyes land on the laundry. Cozy. It's a mess. A welcoming mess. He sets his suspiciously heavy suitcase down with a thunk and immediately beelines for my bookshelf, running a finger along the spines. I toss a spare blanket and pillow at Julian, who catches them with the grace of a man who has definitely never made a bed in his life. Floor's yours, don't complain. Luxury flooring, 5-star experience. He flops down dramatically, rolling himself into a burrito of blankets. I turn off the lights. Silence. Then, hey, no. But what if I sleep? A pause. Good night. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't answer, but for some reason the room feels a little less empty. A hand shakes my shoulder. Rise and shine! I lurch upright, disoriented, and squint at the human-shaped ray of sunshine looming over me. Julian is already dressed, hair slightly damp, smelling like my cheap, citrus body wash. What? Morning walk. The city's magical at sunrise. I checked. It's dark. Exactly. No crowds, just us and the pigeons, and maybe the one guy who always jogs at ungodly hours. I glare. He beams. I hate you. Noted. Now take a shower. Adventure awaits. Hmm. The shower did a little way to wash my exhaustion, but the crisp morning air helped. The city is still half asleep, streetlights glowing like tired eyes, the occasional delivery truck rumbling past. Julian walks ahead, hands shoved into the pockets of his wrinkled, lenient pants. See? Magic. It's just empty streets. Exactly. No tourists, no noise, just city breathing. A stray cat slinks past a dumpster, eyeing Julian with suspicion. He crouches down, making a clicking sound with his tongue. Psst, psst, psst. Cat flicks its tail and vanishes. You're terrible at this. I'm mysterious. It's part of my charm. I roll my eyes, but I don't stop him. The quiet is nice for a change. No crowds, no expectations. Just the two of us in the slow creep of dawn. Worth waking up for? Maybe. No. You know what? We'll go yeah. He grins. Told you. Julian buys 2 onigiri and a canned coffee, handing me one without asking. We eat in silence on the curb, watching the first wave of salarymen trudge toward the station. Don't move. That salaryman's tie. Wait, don't move. That salaryman's tie? Is it clipped on? I will push you into traffic. Inky. So, what's the plan for today? Sleep. Boring. Necessary. Okay. I sigh and then plan the itinerary. Like I said that. Meiji Shrine, where Julian tried to commune with nature, by hugging a sacred tree until a priest side-eyed him. Harajuku Takashita Street, where he spent 5,000 on a crepe the size of his head and immediately dropped it. R.I.P. Rainbow Sprinkles. Akihabara. I'm likely saying all this shit wrong. I'm sorry. Hold on, I gotta get a drink break. where he fangirled for 2 hours after seeing his favorite shoujo manga on a poster. He bought many volumes, then found out it was all in Japanese. Well, just get your phone out and Google Translate. I don't know. Anyway, and of course the iconic Tokyo Tower, where he spent 20 minutes arguing with the vending machine that stole his money. It gave him the drink, he was just too distracted taking selfies. Through it all, I trailed behind like a long-suffering babysitter, wondering how one man could attract so much chaos without even trying. The streets are properly... I can't fucking talk. The streets are properly alive now, bustling with commuters and school kids. I was gonna say computers at first, but commuters. Okay. Julian walks a little too close, his elbow brushing mine whenever someone passes. I'm melting like a sad, sexy popsicle. Bruh. You're you're damp like a wet bread left out in the rainstorm. Poetic, harsh but poetic. You know, I could get used to this. To what? Morning walks, empty streets? You. I don't look at him. My face feels warm. You're leaving in 2 days. Yeah. Back in my apartment, Julian flops onto the floor like a starfish. You know what? This is like different compared to like with Riku. Because with Riku, I was kind of the one like being all flirty. This one, it's like the other way around. He's the one that's kind of almost being the more flirty one. Yeah. I'm exhausted. You woke me up. And it was worth it. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta pick something. I kick his foot half-heartedly before collapsing onto my bed. Julian breathing evens out almost instantly. I close my eyes. The city hums outside. My eyes blink open to the darkness. The digital clock on my bedside table reads 2:37 a.m. in harsh red letters. Something feels off. I lie there for a moment, disoriented before realizing what woke me. The oppressive, sticky warmth clinging to my skin. The AC must have shut off again. With a groan, I fumble for the lamps. My fingers brush the switch. Light floods the room in a sudden golden burst, and there he is. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. I was not expecting him to be shirtless. I thought he was just gonna be like cuddling with me, but I was not expecting this. Julian, shirtless, sprawled across. Okay, he's on the floor. I thought he was on our bed. Okay, so he's on the floor, but he's shirtless. Okay, anyway. Okay, sprawled across the floor like some kind of modern art installation. One arm is flung carelessly over his stomach, his fingers twitching slightly in deep sleep. The other is bent behind. Deep sleep? He don't look like deep sleep. He looks like he's posing, trying to look all sexy and shit. Oh shit. I instantly clicked. Oh well. I swallow hard. His chest rises and falls in slow, steady rhythm, and for one insane second, I consider just watching. Then, his eyelashes flutter. Oh shit, we're gonna get caught staring. A sleepy, lopsided grin spreads across his face before his eyes even fully open. Is there a fire, or did you just miss me? His gaze clears, sharper in the low light. He doesn't move, doesn't cover himself. Just watches me with that infuriating smile. You sure? Because you're looking at me like I'm the last onigiri at the... Come on, man. The movement makes the blanket slip even lower. You're impossible. And yet, a pause. I can feel his grin widening. And here you are, staring. I reach for the lamp again. My fingers brush the switch. Knew you thought I was pretty. The lights snap off. Darkness swallows us whole. Go back to sleep, Julian. Silence, then. Sweet dreams. I don't answer. But long after his breathing even out, I lie there, staring at the ceiling. Bruh, I think I almost... I don't know. Honestly, I was not expecting that. Kinda funny. Sunlight filters weakly through the curtains, painting the room a drowsy gold. The air is still thick with sleep, the kind of quiet that only exists in the stolen hours before the city fully awakes. And then I feel it. Wait. Oh, warm, solid, and definitely not part of my usual morning routine. I blink slowly, my brain still half drowned in sleep, and glance down. Julian's arm is slung over my waist, his fingers curled loosely into the fabric of my shirt. His face is buried against my shoulder, his breathing deep and even, lips slightly parted. His hair is a mess, fluffy and tangled, sunlight catching the lighter strands like spun gold. Somehow in the night, he'd migrated from the floor to my bed. And worse, I'd let him stay there. I should shove him off. I should. But his breathing is steady, his body relaxed in a way I've barely seen since he got here. No frantic energy, no stupid jokes, just peace. 5 more minutes won't kill me. I close my eyes again. Oh, I can't take this anymore. I just move. The second I shift, Julian tightens his grip, pulling me closer with a sleepy, protesting noise. No chore today, it's free day. You're on me. I'm not on you. Me with you. Big difference. His voice is rough with sleep, his words slurred and heavy. He nuzzles into my shoulder like a cat seeking warmth, his breath tickling my collarbone. I should absolutely push him away. I don't. Say nothing. You're ridiculous. Get off. You're ridiculous. Julian hummed, satisfied and drifts off again. The room is quiet. The city outside is still soft with morning haze. And for once, there's nowhere else to be. Go take a shower. Hmm? I need to take my golden retriever out on a walk. You have a golden retriever? Yeah, you. The sun hangs lazily in the sky, casting the city in golden haze. Julian walks beside me, his elbow brushing mine every few steps like he can't quite help it. He's quieter than usual, not in a bad way, but in the way of someone content just to exist next to you. Where do you want to go? Everywhere and nowhere. I'm afraid I can't fulfill that. Then he stops, dead in his tracks. Wait. Before I can ask why, he grabs my wrist and pulling me toward a tiny hole-in-the-wall shrine tucked between two buildings. It's the kind of place most people would walk past without noticing. Just a weathered torii gate and a single stone box statue. It's painted, chipped with age. What are we doing? Julian digs in his pocket and pulls out 5 yen coin. Making a wish. He drops the coin into the offering box with a soft clink, claps his hands twice, and bows his head. His lips move silently. When he straightens, he's grinning. What did you wish for? He gasps as if he's been scandalized. You can't ask that, it won't come true. You don't actually believe that. I might, and now I'm double wishing you don't ruin it. I roll my eyes but step forward anyway, fishing out my own coin. The ritual feels silly, but Julian watches me with this unbearably fond look, like he's memorizing the way my hands move. Stay with Julian. Get a new rice cooker. Stay with Julian. When I finish, he leans in. Did you wish for me? I wish for you to shut up. He laughs, bright and unguarded, and the sound lingers in the air between us like sunlight. We walked all the way to the shopping district since the street didn't have much else to offer us. We end up in a cramped bookstore, the kind with shelves so close together you have to turn sideways to slip through. Julian immediately beelines for the photography section, running his fingers over the spines like they're old friends. I find him later crouched in a corner flipping through a book of black and white street photography. His expression is softer than I've ever seen it. No jokes, no performance, just quiet. You're staring. He doesn't look up. This photographer, he captures these tiny, perfect moments. A kid laughing with oh, shit. I clicked it too soon. Okay. He turns the page and his voice drops, almost to himself. I want to remember everything about this trip. The air between us shifts. Even the part where you got scanned by a parking lot luxury suit. The moment breaks. Julian snaps the book shut and stands, shoving it into my chest. Especially that part. Here, buy this for me. What happened to your emergency suitcase? Full of money? He grins. Emergency, not emergency if it's amazing. If if the amazing question mark is treating me. I reluctantly pay and watch as the cashier wraps his book. I'm unemployed, you know. Never again. When are you planning to pay me to be your tour? When are you planning to pay me to be your tour guide again? I'll pay you with a hug. He grabs his book and runs towards me. I run away. I run away. Stop, stop, I give up, you're too fast. Truth. Truth, please, no hug. He falls onto the train station chair and wipes his sweat dramatically, gasping for air like a fish out of the sea. What if I want a hug? You need exercise. What if I want a hug? He glares at me. Wait, what sane. Oh, I said that wrong. What sane person runs all day. Wait, hold on. What sane person runs all the way to the train station? Julian, it's barely 50 steps. I'm a malnourished young master. The platform is nearly empty, just a distant echo of an announcement and the hum up tracks who call for a truce and end up sitting on a bench, sharing a bag of melon bread that's slightly too stale. Julian leans back, stretching his arms along the bench beside me, not quite touching, but close enough that I can feel the warmth of him. You never told me your wish. You said it wouldn't come true. I lied. I'm a terrible person. The overhead lights flicker, casting his face in a golden and shadow. He's looking at me like I'm the only thing we're seeing in this whole damn city. I wished. Julian waits, patient, his knee pressed against mine. For better melon bread next time. He laughs, but it's softer now, tinged with something like understanding. The train rushes past, a blur of light and noise, and for a second I think he might kiss me. He doesn't. Oh? But his pinky brushes mine just once, and it feels like a promise. Okay, new game. That Konabini, what's the most chaotic combo of items I can buy for under 1,000 yen? You are changing the subject. You're avoiding the game. I roll my eyes but play along. Fine, a single banana, a pack of glow sticks, and a fishing magazine. Julian gasps, clutching his chest. Be right back. He comes back with a single banana, a pack of glow sticks, and a fishing magazine. We go back home. Julian's back on the floor tonight, but he's pushed his makeshift bed so close to mine that our hands could touch if either of us reach out. Today was my favorite day. We didn't even do anything. Exactly. Silence. Then, suddenly, every single day with you has been my favorite days on Earth list. I'm 25. He pulls out his phone. 25 times 365 is 9,125. You should be honored. Wow, could you give me a specific ranking? Clap your hands for Julian's favorite days in the world. My favorite would be the day, question mark, and I met. My second would be today, and my third would be yesterday. He pauses. My fourth favorite is the day my dad allowed me to play with other kids. I want to hear all about that. Oh, it took a lot of convincing and tears. It was for only one day, but I was so happy playing football with them. He trails off. Julian, when are you leaving? His voice is soft, raw. Nothing like the boy who complained every stop on the trip or argued with vending machines. Do you want me to leave that bad? It was a hearty attempt at a joke. Julian exhales through his nose, half laugh. Train's at 7:30. Tomorrow. The numbers hang between us. 7:30, a countdown in cold digital precision. Never mentioned it because I didn't know how to bring it up. If I said it out loud, it'd be real. You still have I'll miss you. You still have lots left to photograph. I'll miss you. Shit. He moves closer. Suddenly he pulls me into a hug. His arms are tight around me, his face buried in my shoulder. He smells like cheap shampoo and the cinnamon gum he's always chewing. I'm coming back. Liar. Next time, I'm taking you to France. We'll eat so many croissants you'll hate me. I already hate you. Liar. I look up to the side and Julian's already asleep. I close my eyes. Bang, bang, bang. My door rattles. Light spills through the curtains, slicing the shadows across my wall into golden tinted lines. My blankets twist around me like a python, clinging to the last fragments of sleep. Arise, my tragically undercaffeinated roommate. I come bearing edible bears. I groan and drag myself out of bed. When I open the door, there he is. beaming like a sunrise in sneakers and offering up a ridiculous bento box. It's shaped like a bear's face. I fought a 7-year-old for this. She was fierce, but I prevailed. Did you really fight a child? She had one in each hand. It was hoarding. I take the box. It's warm. He smells like pastry and early morning wind, and thankfully he's wearing a shirt. You're dangerously chipper for someone who's dying 12 hours ago. I slept on luxury flooring. I am reborn. Hold on, I gotta cough. Yeah, take a drink. Okay. You're back together. How cute. We're just here for breakfast. And spiritual healing. That'll cost extra. June glances between us like he's trying to solve a puzzle with pieces that absolutely don't belong together. I thought you'd leave by now. I miss the bear-themed culinary experience? Perish the thought. Jim rolls his eyes and disappears into the back with a muttered, hopeless. The table is slightly sticky, and the light filtering through the windows is warm and familiar. Julian carefully peels and open the bento. I googled this place before I came to Japan. 5 stars. Cutter than it has any right. Oh, not cutter. Cuter than it has any right to be. That's a quote. How much of your trip has been decided by cuteness? You say that like it's not a perfectly valid metric. I steal a rice ball from his tray. This is revenge for day 2. 2:37 a.m. You're welcome. His eyes crinkle at the corner as he smiles, soft and slow. For a second, it's easy to forget the clock ticking down on his time here. Easy to fall into this coffee and chaos and conversations that stretch like sunlight across the floor. Then a bell above the door jingles again. A tall man in a sharp black suit enters, scanning the cab with military precision. His gaze lands on Julian, heads towards us like a storm in polished shoes. Julian freezes, smile gone. Gone. Mr. Beaumont, you were instructed to report in this morning. Julian doesn't look at him. I was busy. Your father is waiting. The tension cuts through the air like wire. Julian's jaw tightens. His fingers curl around his chops with too much pressure. I'll come when I'm ready. Now, sir. For the first time, Julian looks small, like the version of him that jokes and plays and flirts is something paper thin, carefully folded and now unraveling. He glances at me. Just a flicker. Then he stands. Guess breakfast is over. We'll be in the car. He leaves without another word. The bell jingles again. Final, distant. Julian doesn't move for a moment. Then he sighs. Sorry, that was dramatic. Are you okay? He looks at me. Really looks. Depends. Do I look like someone who's about to be emotionally throttled by capitalism and family expectations? A little. He smiles again, but it's cracked. Porcelain. Then yeah, I'm great. Go on then. Let's run away. I mean, you're still not at the end of our tour. According to a legal procedure I made up just right now, clients are required to stay till the end of the 4 days. They told me. So basically, stay. Are we running away from my problems? That's what we're doing. He glows. I blink, blinded by the lights. Julian grabs my hand. Come on. You're my alibi now. For what? Evading general national capitalism. Keep up. So, are you going to leave now that Okay. So, are you going to leave now that you lot had a great romantic moment and disrupted all my customers? June exhales through his nose, long suffering. Should we leave? Leave! We sprint. Past startled pigeons, past a confused grandmother selling mochi, past a man in a bear costume who salutes at a Solmi. Oh! In a bear costume. I wonder if that's Riku. Julian doesn't let go. We slow to a walk. Julian ducks behind a display of baby's breath and hydring. I don't know. He peers out like we're in a spy movie, and he's the main character with very questionable stealth skills. Do you think they're actually following you? Oh, almost definitely. But look at this peony. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, yes. Right, escaping. Sorry, the peony distracted me. Somehow I got dragged into a karaoke booth. Julian punches in a random song in Japanese that he definitely can't sing. The screen flashes pink hearts. If I die tomorrow, tell the world I did not agree to be CEO of a corporation that sells weapons and scented candles. That's a niche business. My family's idea of synergy. He slumps into the cracked red seat dramatically. I'd rather eat my own passport, no wasabi, just straight chewing. We double back like idiots, like two idiots whose only good hiding place where we were caught last time. June isn't at the counter. The lights are dim. The air smells like cinnamon and existential dread. Quick, before someone rational sees us. He grabs my hand again and pulls me into the storage room. The door clicks shut behind us. Dim light filters through a dusty ceiling vent, painted pale lines across Julian's face. The room smells like cinnamon, cardboard, and something sweet, probably the bear cookies June keeps hoarding for secret emergencies. We're surrounded by shelves stacked with syrup bottles, flour bags, crates of matcha mix, and one mysterious box labeled emotional damage fragile. I don't ask why there is a PS5 in a bed with Kuma merch. I'll find out the reason. Oh, when I get to Raiku's round. Hey, I already did that, so I already know all that stuff. Outside the calf, the bell jingle, sharp footsteps, 2 sets. Then Julian presses a finger to my lips. His other hand found my wrist, steady and warm. Shh. His breath fans against my cheek. I can feel the tension buzzing off him, as taut as a violin string about to snap. I don't move. I don't speak. I'm not even sure I'm breathing right. Footsteps pause just outside, muffled voices. Someone clears their throat. Someone else says, "He was seen near here." Julian shuts his eyes just for a second. His lashes twitch. The footsteps continue, then fades. The front door bell jingles again, distant now, fading. Silence. He doesn't let go. That was unnecessarily cinematic. You literally shushed me like we were in a spy drama. If this were a drama, I'd kiss you to keep you quiet. But I'm trying very hard not to ruin the good thing I've got going this week. The silence returns, heavier this time. That bad, huh? Julian laughs under his breath, not the usual bright sound. It's hollowed out, quieter. My father booked a trip to Japan for me. Said I needed to see the world before inheriting it. Like it's some family heirloom, a throne made of gold and spreadsheets. He pulls away, finally leans back against the shelf. A pack of tapioca pearls shifted behind him but doesn't fall. I thought I'd come here and figure things out. Instead, I got lost. Bought a 7-year-old for a bento, met you, and now I'm hiding in a closet like a guilty teenager who misses curfew. Technically, it's a storage room. Great, that makes it dignified. He runs a hand through his hair and lets out a long sigh. I don't want that life. I don't want board meetings and mergers and being told who to be. What do you want? He looks at me. Really looks. I want mornings like today. I want to chase sunlight through alleyways and sing badly in karaoke bars and eat illegal amounts of mochi. I want to feel like I exist for me, not just for the family name stamped across the building. That was kind of poetic. Sorry, it happens when I'm emotionally cornered next to a 50-pound bag of rice. The situation is the same. Let's disappear together. Let's disappear together. The silence stretches, the kind that presses in around the edges, waiting for someone to break it. A shift, brushing against a crate label, emergency pancake mix, do not touch. June will know. My voice is quiet when I speak. What if we just didn't go back? Julian blinks, slowly, like I've just handed him a glitch in the universe. Didn't go back? I mean, hypothetically, if we vanished, ran away, changed names, grew beers, opened a smoothie stand in the middle of nowhere. He stares at me, mouth slightly open, and then, that's insane. I know. A pause. I want it. I blink. No, seriously. Let's open a hostelum Bali, or Bali, or maybe a cat cap in Portugal. We'll rent surfboards to people who live off street and questionable income streams. That's escalated quickly. I've thought about it before. Kind of. Not with someone. But now? He grips my shoulders. You, me, the ocean, bad financial decisions, a lifetime of it. You need to calm down. I can't. You offered me freedom with a side emotional support. and maybe illegal identity fraud. Do you realize what a dangerous combination that is? There's something I should say. If that's wait, if that's your if that sorry, I'm struggling, guys. If it's that you're secretly Comfort Kuma in a trench coat, I'll be thrilled. I'm not. I pause. I'm not actually a real tour guide. I never was. Not licensed, not official. I just sort of made it up as I went. Maybe I look down, maybe ashamed. Gillian blinks and smiles like it's the most obvious thing in the world. I know. You do? You think I didn't notice you didn't know the difference between a shrine and a temple? Or that you gave me a direction to the zoo when I asked for a museum? You never said anything. It's not. It was the most fun I've ever had with anyone. I blink and Julian leans in, forehead to mine. You could have been a barista or a dentist or a disaster. I still follow you to Bali. Bali. I don't even know if I say that right. He's practically vibrating. I'm not sure if it's adrenaline or caffeine or sheer desperation, but I feel it too. Something shifting, un- unspooling. We need, we need to die. Excuse? Big die. For the record. Obviously. After having some rest back, After having some rest back at my place, Julie and I set out on our fourth day together. It's been hectic. The air is pink and gold, the sky melting into its softest shades. Just outside the Calf Kuma, wait, sorry, just outside Calf Kuma, a row of old Pura booths glow like pastel coffins, each one promising ultimate Yowie transformation. June leans against the calf doorway, sipping something from bear-shaped thermos. He looked like someone who regrets every life decision that led to this moment. You're telling me you want to fake your death with a sticker photo booth? I need a believable exit. Dramatic, symbolic, preferably with sparkles. It's what he deserves. You're all unwell. Julie and I sit on a cracked bench outside the shuttered back door of the caf. The evening neon buzz from the paprika photo booth faintly glowing nearby. June is pacing a few steps away, trying not to care. So, we really doing this? We're faking our deaths in a 600 photo booth. Monsieur, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Who knows? It would be kind of rude to back out now. Why am I doing this again? I didn't pack socks. How am I going to pay? What does that mean? I didn't pack socks. You have a drawer labeled just in case of international romantic implosion. I've seen it. Okay, maybe I did plan a little. This is fate. You didn't have a job. I don't have a future. We both needed a beautiful tropical escape. My cousin's going to think I got kidnapped again. She's not wrong. Okay, there we go. It just ends up meaning because that's all there is to it. Monterey, I'm not gonna try to say that. Also means question mark, but only for me. I try opening up Google Translate. That's funny. Why am I doing this again? How am I going to pay? Cost? Cost? How do I pay for the flight tickets and everything? Man, I knew this would happen, so I booked everything just in case. See, you have a flight ticket ready for 9:38 p.m. tonight. I stay, my mouth slightly open. Why am I doing this again? Right, but, like, I had a perfectly fine apartment, a rice cooker, rent paid, my favorite pillow, and I'm running off to Bali because what? Didn't feel like clocking into a job I already quit? Isn't that the spirit of travel? Julian interrupts the conversation. We're just rewriting the script, and besides, I heard hostel ownership is basically like having a permanent sleepover. June's eyes start twitching in the back. I know this is a romantic moment, but that's not how business works. Do you have any idea how zoning permits? So this is insane, right? Totally, but I'd rather be insane with you in Bali than sensible in a golden cage. At least let's take the travel toothbrush I keep behind the counter. Wait, at least take the travel to keep behind the counter. You're both going to crash and burn. That's the dream. Julian's already dragging me into the booth. The inside is cramped and neon lit, plastered with instructions in aggressively fonts and cuter thou mascots. Julian selects the escape your tragic past theme with concerning speed. Flash. A picture of me choking on laughter while Julian dramatically clutches a fake rose. Flash. Us mid-scream as Julian tries to climb into my lap because the booth boys glitched and said goodbye forever and a demonic tone. Flash! Julian fake collapsing in my arms like a telenovela protagonist. I didn't even bother trying to look serious anymore. We burst out of the booth breathless. Julian peels off the sticker sheet, admiring the horror he created. June, you're a witness. Tell my father I died doing what I loved, which was abandoning capitalism. June sighs and takes the sticker sheet like it's an ancient curse. He pockets it with a muttered Godspeed, idiots. Julian bows low, grabs my hand, and we bolt. The lights are harsher, brighter, more real. The announcement board flickers with departures, each one possible future. Julian clutches our train tickets, still slightly out of breath. His other hand doesn't let go of mine. I always imagined running away would involve more big mustaches, big mustaches, maybe a Vespa. You got sparkly stickers and a near-death heart attack and a photo booth. Honestly, way better. The train hums on the tracks nearby, sleek and waiting. Its doors are just starting to slide open. We glance at each other and step forward. We sit down in the nearest seats we found. That's cool. That's a pretty picture. Or never mind. The train jerks into motion, a soft mechanical groan underneath us. Julian flops into the window seat, pressing his forehead to the glass like a golden retriever. And I can't talk. I can't say it. And I can't, bro. Fuck it. Okay, I'm not gonna try. The city begins to blur past neon signs, sleepy apartment buildings, vending machines glowing like miracles in the dark. I drop into the seat beside him. For a moment, we just breathe. Okay, first things first. If we're going to start a new life, you need to learn how to curse in French. That's a priority? Survival skill. Elementaire, mon, adorable, imbecile. What does that mean? I'll tell you after we land, or maybe when you're angry enough to use it on me. I want to know completely everything about you. What kind of music would you listen to? How would you react to what I do? For the first time, I'm receiving an easy request from you. The HeartStop tour soundtrack. You know what? Let's go rap. He grins, turning towards me, all teeth and crooked joy. His knees bumps mine and doesn't move. You know what's wild? Everything that just happened? Besides that, it's been, a few days? And I think so. And I think, no. Okay, hold on, I read that wrong. And I think, no. I know I'm completely, recklessly, possibly dangerously into you. My heart does something deeply irresponsible. Like, yeah, maybe I'm running for a life of generational trauma and emotionally constipated bodyguards, but also maybe you're the best part of the getaway. You really are broken, huh? Irreparably. He leans his head against my shoulder. His hair smells like stolen shampoo, samples from hotel lobbies. I don't care how fast it is, or that everything's changing. I'm not letting that change how I feel about you, even if we crash and burn. And the hostel gets terrible reviews. I'm already pitching the 2-star Yelp post. Too many cats, too many pretty pink bears. What if the owner keeps teaching people to swear in French? 5 stars. We talk about nothing and everything. When the hostel will look like, but we'll name it. Comfort Kuma's Southeast Asian expansion is quickly vetoed. Whether the moon looks different over Bala or Bal, you can really build a new life with someone you've only just met, especially if one wakes up too early and the other wakes up too late. The train pulls into the airport terminal. Our escape waits. Somewhere in Balai. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm likely saying that wrong. Sometime later. A cracked wooden sign sweeps in the breeze. Comfort Kuma Hostel. No shoes, no problems. It's warm here, the kind of heat that clings to your bones and makes you forget you ever wore jackets. Inside, someone is attempting to make pancakes using a broken rice cooker. Julian is in the middle of arguing with a guest about the ethics of charging extra for emotional support cat cuddles. He sees me. Smiles like the sun. The past feels distant, like something we watched once on a train going somewhere else. All that matters now is the now. This little impossible dream. Ours. The end. Thanks for playing! Aww. I really like that. I really liked that playthrough. It's kind of interesting. Well, I hope you guys, if you guys do end up watching the video, I hope you like it. I'm sorry that I struggle over the words so much, or if I butchered any of the words. I do apologize. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Or, well, probably not of this game, but probably of a different game. But anyway, see you guys again. Bye.